There are a lot of different ways to digitize artwork, but I'm going to show you one just so that you can look at it from a little different perspective than maybe you normally would. We've got this emblem in the center here that we want to digitize, so I'm going to zoom into it. And if you look at the emblem, it's made up of different shapes basically. So I'm going to use shapes to create this. What I'll do is use the Polygon tool, three-sided polygon, and that's going to create these triangles here. If I start basically in the center of the design, hold down Control and Shift, then click and drag out, you can see that that's creating my triangle to match. So I'm going to let go once I've got it sized to how big I want it. And I basically want it to be on the center of the design. Okay, so I'm going to do it to the center and then let go. Once I've got that done, I'll hit the plus sign on the numeric keypad, which will duplicate that for me. And then I will flip it horizontally. And holding Control, I will drag that down so that it constrains it in a straight line. And I will just drag it down to the other piece. So I've now got that where I want it to be. The next part that I'll do is just this straight line here. So I will just grab maybe the Freehand tool, and I will click on this node. If snapping is on, you'll see that the node is highlighted. If snapping isn't on, you can turn it on here, go to Snap, say Snap to Objects. Okay, with snapping on, I can click on Node, and then holding Control to constrain it straight up and down, I will click again up here at the top. So I've got that piece, and then now what we've got is these arcs. So what we're going to do here is perhaps maybe a little different than usual. I'm just going to zoom in to this here, and I will use the 3-point arc, or 3-point curve. If I click on 3-point curve here, the way 3-point curve works is you choose one end of the curve, you click and drag till you get to the other end of the curve, and then you let go and drag to the third point. Okay, so there's 3 different points that you're referencing. You've got the first point, you click, you drag while holding down your mouse button, you let go at the other end, and then you get it to the middle, and you click again to finish it. So we'll do that one more time. Click and hold down to here, let go, bring it to the middle, and click again to match it. Okay, so now that we've got that done, we'll do the same thing for this arc down here. I'm just going to start it actually at this node, and holding Control, I'm going to drag it straight down, and then I will bring it to right there and click again to finish. Okay, so we've got all the pieces now that we need basically in order to create this. What I'll do is maybe go to wireframe to look at this a little easier, and I'm going to select the arc, the arcs on the top and the arc on the bottom. Holding down Shift, I can select those, and then holding down Control, clicking on the one handle and dragging over to the other. And then while I do that, I'm going to right click on the mouse button. You can see that it changes to a plus sign, and I'm going to let go, and now it's duplicated over on the other side. So now I'm going to select the whole thing that we just created. I'm going to combine it together, and I'm going to give it an outline. Let's say 1/8 of an inch. Now if I go back to regular mode to view this, I can get this out of the way. You can see that I now have that design. If you look down here at the bottom, you'll see that we want that to actually come to a point. So if we zoom into there, we're just going to grab these 2 nodes, hit J on the keyboard, and it'll join those. So now that it's a point, once we've got that all done, just the way that we want it, you can thicken the lines if you wanted to. Basically, you just go up to Arrange, hit Convert Outline to Object, and now if I go to wireframe view, you can see that that's now cuttable. One thing that we might want to do to match is typically there's little boxes up here, so we might want to just draw the little boxes